Hey, it's Jay, and behind me is our new home. I teamed up with a local realtor here in northern Georgia. She was awesome. We came up here, rented an Airbnb over Memorial Day weekend, saw about 12 properties, and this is the one we chose. So I will show you the whole thing, and I eventually will give you a tour, but I'm gonna be doing a bunch of projects up here over the next few months as we get settled into this place. The first one today is we're gonna be refinishing the front porch. Here's a quick view of the house. We are going to be refinishing this deck space. With any new construction, you're going to have spills and other things, and in this case, we've got a few spots here. This looks like kind of an epoxy. This here is some stain. We've got different things all over the porch. We've got drip marks from staining the railings. We've got some gum, and then it probably got stepped in, and it's over here. We've got another stain mark right here. I brought my random orbital sander up from Florida. We're gonna work on this porch. We're gonna sand it down, and then once we get it looking new and beautiful, we'll put a waterproofing sealer on it. This is something you could do for any decking that you may have around your house. If you just take a sander to it, you can make weathered wood look brand new, and then you just seal it up and it'll preserve it for quite some time. All right, to start out, I'm using an 80 grit. That should dig in and do the trick. I'm just about to switch out my second one. I'm finding that there's this happy medium between getting work done on the thing and using up too many of these. I noticed that all of a sudden it becomes very, very difficult to move on, and I know that's when it just doesn't seem to do the job anymore, so that's when I know it's time to kind of switch it out. Moving along, I'm also noticing that some of the nails are popped, so if you have that on your deck, just take a hammer and just hammer them in. It's been about an hour, and so that's what I've accomplished so far. And I just wanted to show you guys this spot. It's kind of satisfying to see it disappear. So this is our big epoxy stain right here. So let me get on this.
You only knew the power of the dark side. I've obviously got to take care of the boards around it still, but the stain is gone. Alright, we're finally done sanding. It's about 11:20 and I started just before 9. So probably about another 2.5 hours spent. I went back down to the stairs and resanded there as well, and then just tried to get in all the tight spaces throughout. So now comes the fun part, the cleanup. Okay, so here's the situation. We sanded the deck down, we washed the entire thing off and cleaned the surface well. We let it dry for 5 hours, and then we just had a rainstorm come through. So what I'm gonna do is, because my wife and kids are arriving tomorrow, and they're gonna wanna walk on this thing, it needs 24 hours to dry. I'm gonna seal the part of the deck
that's under the cover, that part didn't get wet, so that part's dry. And then the parts that did get wet, which are the stairs over here and kind of the edges around, I'm gonna leave that for another time. And that way most of the decking will be done and taken care of and sealed, and then the last part will complete at another time, probably in the next few days. This part is very simple. The application is very easy. First we have our Olympic water guard, and this product is very, very good at sealing wood. Like I said, you gotta clean the surface really well. You gotta make sure that the surface is dry before you seal it. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some gloves just to protect my hands. You may need some sort of pliers in order to open this up, because usually there's a metal cap on it that's sometimes hard to get off. And then finally, I'm going to use a really nice high quality brush, and so I'll pour some of this right on the surface, and then I'm just going to use the brush to spread it out. Oh, nice. There is no metal cap on this. Pull off plastic tabs. So I'm going to start on the outside of the deck and work my way in towards the center. When I get close to the center, I'm going to go to the other side and work my way in from that side, and then I'll finish and basically paint my way into the house. This goes on very, very quickly. I've spent about 10 minutes total so far. Alright, we're in the final section here. I just put some tape up just in case anybody tries to come up. They kind of know that something's going on and they shouldn't come through, hopefully. I'm going to do the top stair. It's the bottom two stairs that got wet in the rain. And then I'm just going to do this little walkway left right into my house. And then tomorrow I can probably do the bottom two steps, and then I'll just have people step up to the third step here once it's dry. Just finished my morning run. Time to check on the porch. It's sunny, it's dry. It's time to finish up the last part. Still got my tape off from last night. The porch up here is looking really good. It's about mid-morning, so this has got another half a day to dry, but might as well finish up the last parts. I've got these two steps, and then I'm just gonna do along the front of the boards here on both sides. That's all I've got left. By the way, one of my tricks to preserve a brush is sometimes I wash it out, but in this case I just threw it in a plastic bag and then you throw it right in the refrigerator and it preserves it for a few days. Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, I just finished the porch. Okay, it's been a couple days. Everything is nice and dry, and you guys can see that it looks much, much better. Now, if you stick around, I'll give you a quick tour of the house.